It is a pleasure to have you here. You and your film, very funny and entertaining short film. And I'd like you to tell us more about this film. Where did you get this idea? How did you manage to go from the idea to the film we saw?
Well, I like to play pool, to play billiard from I was a kid. When I was 8 or 9 years old, I usually played in some special places in Madrid, and I wasn't able to take my stick, but I'll try. And I've been all my life very bad player. A so bad player that anybody can hit me and can win me, right? But I've tried hard to improve my way to play, and from time to time, once every year or perhaps 2 years, I'm able to pot 5 or 6 balls in a row. And when you are going to pot the 6th ball, you always think, I'm not going to fall again. I'm not going to make a fail again. I'm going to put every single ball in my life from now till, and after that, 1 or 2 balls after that, you make a miss. And then I always have a fantasy with the idea that perhaps somebody once begins to put everything one ball after the other, 1 hour, 2 hours, and 1 day, 2 days, and what would happen if that happened to a mediocre person, like the main character? Perhaps he's going to lose the train of the love because he wants to be in that business of making balls one after the other, right? And I suppose that's everybody that plays to something like this. I don't know if you played to darts or anything in your life. From time to time, I think everybody thinks, what would happen if I would never fail again? How should it be?
Yeah, well, as a matter of fact, it's very common. We fantasize. I think most people fantasize on performing as a hero, performing in such a way that everybody will just cheer us and tell us that we're so good. But it's a fantasy dream that all of us have, I suppose. And
fantasy dream, right? Yeah, that's right.
It happens usually with the sport we like to practice, and where we're not that good. Whether it's pool or tennis or soccer, or you fantasize that you're a very good player, and you're right. But this movie also had a lot in it besides that, because I felt also that you're tackling this game spirit, the thing where you always want to win and you want to still win, and then it becomes a drug, and then even
everybody forgets you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the good points you've made, because you got the attention of a nice girl and of a lot of people, where you lose all that because you just want to keep on,
That's the life we live now. That's true. You can be almost perfect. Suppose Mr. Nadal, for example, on tennis, Rafa Nadal. I'm sure that one of these days he's going to lose a match, and everybody is going to say, well, he wasn't so good as we thought. And I want to do all that trip in just 4 or 5 days that our main character, Roberto Menchen, has in the movie.
Yeah, and I think it's very interesting and I think you're showing that psychology. At one point, it becomes a race against an idea of ourselves, or I don't know, but we become so selfish in that that quest, and therefore we lose everything. You know,
we lose everything.
And I liked very much also the choice to bring in this you know, it's now the buzz thing, you know, how buzz can create around any small event an industry almost of services and people coming in and showbiz and you know, and TVs and incredible.
Everybody wants to take the piece of cake.
Exactly. I mean, you throw a little ball, snowball, and then it becomes a huge thing, you know. And
you're famous. You're a big person as while you serve to them to something. If you have one missed, you are nobody again. You're nobody again.
You're ordinary, yeah. And they push you to the limit. They push you to fail. In fact, they push you to failure.
That's true. That's true. But at least I wanted to be optimist, and our character, Roberto, the main character, learns the lesson. I think at the end he has the opportunity to begin everything, and he says, "Well, I think I prefer this time. No, I am going to have my own life," and then is when he gets the girl.
Exactly. Wisdom gives you the girl. Yeah, it's a nice way to finish it. How was the shooting of this film?
It was made. We shoot for 2 days. This was all the film was made in just 2 days of shooting. On November, we were in the middle of the pandemic restrictions in Madrid, but we look for a lot of places where we were able to shoot because it wasn't easy, and finally we find that place that is regented by a woman that made us a lot of facilities, and was possible because all the people that you can see, that it's all the show that you have behind with that gears that making a video clip in the same place where he goes to play is from I took them from another short movie that I've made some months ago. In the middle of the summer, I made a movie called Chris Superstar. It's the story about a waitress and blah blah, and it was a musical, that short movie. And then I thought, what happened if when Roberto mentioned arrives to the place to play pool, there is a lot of people dancing there. Why not? I have the people, I have the dance made, and I have the costumes. Okay, I'll put them behind this thing, behind the action, and I think it was funny too.
You mean you brought them another time to do the?
Yes, I made with them a short movie on summer, but on November, and I said to all the dancers, will you like to come here? I'm going to shoot another short movie. Will you come to be in the background dancing? And because if not, there's the story, and I wanted to have some magic in the place, and I thought that with that people that were dancing there, I could get a special moment with that crew, and I had the excuse to have camera people just when the things begin.
Yeah, and very interesting. But you had a lot of people on set. I mean,
yes.
People. So 2 days you had that place packed with the cast.
But the truth is that I had because the restrictions of the pandemic COVID, I have less than a half that I wanted, because I wanted there almost 100 persons trying to look what was happening in that table, but it was not legal. I had just 23. That is we couldn't put more people than 23 persons in a place on those days. But I wanted to shoot to have the film made.
Well, it looks like there are a lot of people. I mean, it was well done. It does give this impression of.
Yeah, it's a very. I work in. I have a cinema school, and everybody that from the camera, to the lighting and sound, etc. They are students of the school, and they help me to give life to this story.
Ah, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. It's a school project. I mean, with everyone
of the teacher. Yeah, but yes,
it's still a professionally done project as we saw. Yeah. And can you tell us more about your experience now that you
my personal experience?
Yeah.
In this movie or anywhere?
No, in general. In
general. Well, okay. I began. I've directed a lot of the TV shows of prime time, and some of them perhaps you know them from Médico de Familia. I began on 90s, last century, in the other century, and I began to direct for television, for Antena 3, for Telecinco. And I've been almost 25 years directing TV shows, and also I've directed some feature films. The last one was I'm Dating You Not, Esto No Es Una Cita, was called in Spanish, and we've won a lot of international prize all around the world, because it's a comedy, it's a comedia romántica. It's a romantic
romantic comedy.
A romantic comedy. And well, I've all my life I'm a mechanical engineer. My profession is I'm engineer, but I work for international companies, and I wanted to tell stories from I was a kid almost. And I had the opportunity to begin in television, and there's where I've made almost my whole career.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So you came from engineering and then into art, and you were a director when you were in the 90s.
No, I'm in the 90s, in the 20s, and all.
Yeah, you were
now I've been directing all these years, but yes, I'm engineer. And I'm
also doing those, I suppose, those primetime shows when you have dancing girls, and is this part of your no?
Well, the dancing is because I wanted. I always want to direct musicals, but I hadn't the opportunity. I always made Police and Policías en el Corazón de la Calle was made by me, and perhaps Cuenta Atrás, because I've heard dubbed to the Arab that TV show Cuenta Atrás, Count Down, was called in Spanish. I think that was previewed in Morocco. I think so. But I always loved to make musicals, and I couldn't make musicals because there's no business about that. And then I have begun to make my own musicals, and this is not exactly a musical, but at the end some people is dancing in the background.
Yeah, it's and can you reflect on the choice of a comedy, the comedy genre, because you told me you already done a feature
yes.
comedy, and and now short comedy. So
Yeah.
why do you choose to tackle comedy?
Well, because I think that all the people that want to tell stories to the people, I mean, all the directors and screenwriters and writers and so on, I think we have a duty, a very important duty, and is to try to work with everybody in order to have a better future. And I think you get a better future if you make people laugh, that if you make people cry. And that's why I think that all you can tell can have comedy on it, because I think we have to try to tell the people, well, the life is amazing. It's amazing. I know there's a lot of injustice here and there, but the life itself is amazing. And I'm here to remind you that this is incredible. And then please enjoy with me this trip.
Yeah, I see your point. The comedy is already a view of the on the world.
Yes.
Getting people to see the world in a happy way, joyful way, and
that's the way. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you came to Rabat Festival, because that's exactly the philosophy we try to instill, and we try to encourage in movie making, because we believe that movie making is such a serious business. One can give very strong messages, can pass on extremely strong images. Yet
Yeah.
with comedy, it's even better, because it's
You're right.
we understand it even better, because it makes us feel good.
That's right. I agree with that.
And Guillermo, what are your projects in the future?
Well, I'm trying to sell this and that. I'm working now. I'm working now on this, for example. This is a TV show about how to travel in time. There are different episodes of different ways of that you can travel in the time. But
It's a series, or
a series
fiction series?
Yes, a feature film. TV show of 60 minutes each episode, but they are not connected. Each one, and I'm working now also. I don't know why I do have this here. I'm working now here on these two. That is something about musicals. This is different kind of musicals. I'm trying to put in everywhere that they can.
Well, okay, now explain to me that this you have this passion for music or musicals.
Musicals.
And, where did that come from? Why are you so?
Well, perhaps because I always like to dance. And when I was young, I studied for some years to dance, classic dance, and that's a genre that I love, and I like all the classic musicals, and I have a lot of respect to them, because they are the doors of the actual video clips, and they couldn't exist without that, without Jane Kelly, without Fred Astaire, without all that classic musical that I loved when I was a kid, and I like it now very much. Then I think it's perhaps musical is to the cinema like opera is to theater, to drama. You put something more in the la sartén. You have something more in like you have actor, story, characters, everything. And from time to time, always they sing. They have to do it singing or dancing, and that's to me a big show, and I like that. I like it very much. I think that you can tell a story dancing or singing or both. And also you can do it without doing that, but I like that kind of show.
It's true, and you probably liked La La Land, and maybe you didn't like La La Land.
I hate La La Land. Sorry for that.
Now, how about Indian cinema?
Well, no, I don't know enough. I don't know
dancing.
enough. What I've seen is okay. I like it. I don't know enough. But La La Land, there's no excuse to say that something is bigger than love. There's no excuse that you cannot make a musical to say that your personal success is more important than love. That's anti-musical. La La Land is anti-musical. Love should be the most important thing, and after that, what you want. But no, I do not understand La La Land, and I didn't understand all the people saying, no, it's a very good movie, because a good movie, you know what you're telling? No, it's not. Well, to me, it's a very good movie, but I don't like it.
It's true that the underlying message is now in phase with a lot of people who are very selfish, who would want to have a career before they would think about anything else. And people maybe like that, but truly love is what we live for, isn't it?
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah. Well, that's great. I'd like to thank you very much for being with us, and wish you the best luck in the competition. I hope we'll send you a link, obviously, to be able to follow the other movies. I hope you'll get a chance to see what else we have, because we have films from very different horizons, very with comedy in a different type of comedies. So I'm sure you will enjoy it, and we hope we'll be able to receive you in Rabat at one time, maybe with your next movie.
I've been there because my father is born in Larache. My father is from Larache, and I've been shooting in the desert of one of my first short films was called Al lado del Atlas. It's a story of a man with a motorcycle in the middle of the desert, and I made in Merzuga, and I had to go to Rabat in order to obtain the permisos, the license,
the permits, license from the CCM. That's
in order to, because, and one thing that I don't know if we don't have time, I don't tell it, but it's something very funny. When I was going to shoot there, I have to cross to Morocco, to Tetuan, on 1 of January, and I forgot my passport in Madrid. And I had to go to the boat and to talk with a policeman, with a Morocco policeman. I tell you, okay, I'm here just to try to make a movie about blah 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 blah, but I don't have my passport with me. I have it in Madrid, but I have this letter from the King of Spain to the King of Morocco, saying that please try to help this stupid man to make his movie. And the police look at that it was a real letter, and he said, okay, if the King of Spain and Morocco wants you to make that movie, I'm not going to say no. Boom. And I was able to come in Morocco.
Are you serious? Is this a real story?
Real story. It's a real story.
That's interesting. Well, thank you for sharing it with us.
Okay.
And the best luck to you, and let's stay in touch. Thank you so much, Guillermo. Bye bye now. Take
Bye
care.
bye. Bye bye.